A 3-3 tie for the Falmouth Commodores and the Bourne Braves here at Gulf Fuller Field. Welcome into Closing the Door. I'm Destiny Sanchez alongside Matt Venezia and Zach Sardenic. Those extra innings at the end, Zach, it was, back and forth with the Commodores and the Bourne Braves. What happened in the extra innings?
Yeah, so it was a really tight game throughout, and Bourne able to start that 10th inning really well, move up the runner. Garrett Michelle brings in the go-ahead single to get Bourne in front 3-2. And they just couldn't get any more. They loaded up the bases against Luke Garofalo, but he was outstanding, getting out of jams in the 8th, 9th, and 10th, only giving up that one unearned run for that runner that started at second base. For Falmouth, though, a 2-out walk brings in the tying run. Charlie Condon comes to the plate, fans on the edge of their seats, and couldn't come through as it goes off the end of the bat. Just couldn't get that last hit. Same thing as last night, but the difference this time is they earn a point.
Now moving over to the mound in pitching and the bullpen, a lot more productive coming out of the bullpen. Matt, what did you notice?
Well, absolutely. I think, a lot of arms were used yesterday, so the arms we saw today, a lot less. It was Shane Telfer and Luke Garofalo. Only two more outside of Carson Montgomery, who, by the way, had a tremendous start for himself. 2 walks given up early, but that was about it. He was commanding the zone, 13 strikeouts as a whole between him, Shane Telfer, who came in, that's the Friday night guy for Pepperdine, out there with the Waves. We saw the strikeouts today, 7 of them from him specifically. He leads the Waves in that category after this past season, so not surprised at all to see that. He was pounding the zone with his fastball. He had a great, what looked to be 12-6 curveball working for him as well. And then Luke Garofalo, you mentioned being an escape artist and working out of jams. He did that in all those innings that he pitched there at the end, and more importantly, was able to just keep Bourne where it was, because Falmouth, obviously in the extra inning rule, you get a runner on second, limit the damage to just that one run that really didn't even count per se, right? So that's exactly what he did. And again, you mentioned it, Zach. It's a tie. You get a point in the standings. You've improved, and that's a big thing heading in to your next matchup.
Now, over the past 2 days, we've seen a lot of the pitching staff. What have you noticed about the pitchers so far and what to expect with the bullpen coming forward?
Yeah, so Matt, you talked a little bit about the pitching and the strikeouts for these guys. 13 strikeouts in each of the first 2 games. That'll play at any spot and at any level, and it's certainly playing so far. A lot of the unearned runs yesterday were tough breaks, but today you saw more of what it should look like when you have pitching like this, and it's been really, really good, and I expect that to continue over the next couple of days as well.
Now, the Commodores have been home for 2 nights in a row, and they will go to Hartwich tomorrow on the road for the first time. What should we know about the matchup tomorrow?
Well, it's going to be a tough one. Harwich has had a great start to the season. They won against YD on opening night, and then in a close game today with Orleans, they pulled away at the end, a 10-3 victor. So I'll tell you one thing, the 5 hits and 3 runs today with the help of the extra inning situation are certainly might not be enough, although you do love what you've seen from Falmouth with the pitching staff. It'll be the left-hander Carson Dorsey going out of Florida Gulf Coast. So we'll keep an eye on, what he's going to deliver in his first appearance here in Cape Cod and being in summer ball with Falmouth. But if nothing else, you're going to have the pitching. They've shown up through 2 games. You'd like to see that in your first road start, and we'll hopefully see the bats wake up a little bit more like we saw last night.
We're definitely full speed ahead into this Cape League season. The Commodores will be playing every day this week other than Thursday, so it should be nice to see the full speed of the Cape League. This has been Closing the Door. We'll see you guys tomorrow.